What do you do in your off time? Watch basketball.
First of all,
Basketball.
I don't sound like that.
Basketball.
I don't sound like that. My voice is
I'm
not
right about
sound-
basketball. I'm asleep about basketball. I'm a Drake.
It's not the truth. It's not the truth. I have many other facets in my life that I'm passionate about.
You do, but what do you do? What do you be watching? Do you watch TV?
No.
No. Exactly. Do you drink?
No.
No. Why don't you drink?
Because I'm a basketball player.
Exactly. That's what Nate is. Like, he came at a time where I needed to really get serious about my career. Seeing how he moved, how he responded to things has helped me out tremendously.
I hate him. What do you? I don't know what. I don't like him. Having someone who he knows I'm not gonna lie to him, and I know he's not gonna lie to me. It's a healthy diet of like positivity and also like healthy constructive criticism.
This is the first one.
Yeah.
Beyond the Arc podcast.
Oh yeah.
Number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Andre Wolford, Naaman Hightower. Appreciate you both being here, man.
Sure. Appreciate you for having
What's
us,
been going on in your world? Off season. Season started. You played last night. What's been happening?
Well, shoot, we just had our first game last night against Norths. Got the dub last night. So just continuing to build together, to learn how to play with one another. So that's been real cool. So we'll look to build on that again today when we go against COE. Other than that, I was at the crib for 5 months. So that was my off season for real. So coming back, and this is a month with almost a month with me being here. Just getting adjusted to everything again, bro. That's all it is. So it's good vibes, man.
Because whereabouts in America are you from? Where did you get back to?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So, shout out to the 216-440, whatever you want to say. But yeah, it was a good time being home, man. I needed it. Mm-hmm. So now that I got that little refresh, I'm good to go and looking forward to the rest of the season, bro.
And yourself, Nate?
Yeah, off season for me was good. I played in Finland. I was in the second division in Finland, so that was a new experience for me. It was freezing cold over there. That's the first thing I always tell everybody. I think our average was -2, and it was a lot of snow. And I wasn't used to snow, but it was really good. It was really our team was built very well. Our coach was a hell of a coach. We were undefeated before I left, so
that's good.
Yeah.
Where did you end up finishing? Good. Where did you?
We were 10-0.
10-0.
Yeah,
10-0.
We were
Wow.
10-0 before I left. So.
And how did they finish? Did you stay this whole season with
they're
them?
in playoffs right now.
Yeah?
Yep, they're in playoffs right now.
They're
so
doing
I still
well?
follow the team. Yeah, still follow the guys. So I'm hoping they take it all the way.
Yeah. When you were back in America, did you play or did you were just hanging out, chilling? Did you play for a team, just on your own, training?
No, so I pretty much just trained myself, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Worked on a lot of things with my body, my flexibility, my mental. Because when I trialed for the Bruins last year, I trialed with a torn groin. So I didn't really have a lot of time to recover because I spent a month at home after that, and then I came right back to Sydney. So just spending those 5 months recovering and getting my body right. Like, my body feels great. It's probably in the best shape that I've been in my life so far. So it was needed, bro.
Yeah.
It was needed.
It's nice to see your family, friends, that type of thing again.
Yeah, shout out my mama.
She'll be watching.
Right.
Yeah, shout out my mama, man.
She your number one fan?
Yes.
Is she watch
by far.
She watches the games?
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's the time difference? How is it, like early morning?
16 hours.
So she'll be early morning?
Oh, that woman don't sleep.
Yeah?
She don't sleep. She don't.
That's right. That's right.
If the game is at 4 in the morning over there, she gonna watch it.
That's
Really?
love.
She gonna watch it.
Love.
Has she watched most of your games? Like when you were playing out there as well, did she ever come to the games and that type of thing?
Yeah, so when I was in college, man, like, memories, dog. She used to drive 4 hours to come and see me in college, man. So yeah, she's seen me a few times in college. She saw me 2 years ago when I played for Port McCrory. She came to Sydney, man. It was shout out my mama. That's my biggest fan.
I remember when we went to Harbour Bridge, you were saying that that was a surreal moment for you when she was there.
Yeah,
and you were at Harbour Bridge with her, coming from Cleveland, Ohio, and then you're like in one of the most famous landscapes in the world. That must have been a crazy moment because I know some about your background from what you're telling me. Yeah, I was saying to both of you, like, it's crazy how everyone from different backgrounds, we've all been different backgrounds, and we're just there at the Harbour Bridge having a nice time. And for you when your mum was there, it must have been just something else.
That was crazy, bro.
I think something that me and Dre can probably agree on is that we probably don't know a lot of people like, who travel, who have gotten outside the United States. So
Right.
we especially have a different like. Just we don't take that stuff for granted. Like again, this is like a monument to us, and you know, for us for that to be like in our backyard, and we can get there in 30 minutes at any day of the week. Like it's something that I don't think either of us take for granted.
Facts.
You know?
It's facts.
It's the same when I go there, it's like you're just blown away. Even now, like I've been there a few times, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. Like all the people travel all over the world to see this.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, on your doorstep. If you want to be there in 30 minutes, you can be there.
Yeah.
It's surreal.
True.
Is that like your best place to go to when you're here in Sydney?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite spot to
That's
go
probably
to.
one of my
You look like a
favorites,
kid
too.
when you go down there.
Oh,
You're jumping.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be locked in when I go there,
You
bro.
just zone out, huh?
It's
I do
just
the
that's
same
like
thing.
a spiritual thing for me, man. And a spiritual moment because not only does it mean a lot to me because my mom and my sister was there with me, but also just, man, like being at the Opera House, man. Shout out to Finding Nemo. Like,
Oh my gosh.
it's just like, man, it's sometimes when you look back, you just be like, bro, I'm really here right now, dog.
Yeah.
And sitting
that
in the
moment.
crib don't really do it justice.
No.
You be sitting in the crib, you like, all right, you know, I sit in the crib wherever. But when you go and see some stuff, you like, man, I'm in Australia right now, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy where my life is taking me, man. It's crazy. So
Is it the same feeling as well?
Yeah. It's just, man, how do you describe it? It's I know that feeling of like I'm really here right now. Like you know, especially just when you have moments where you look on your journey, you look past on your journey, and you're like, I've came really far, and these are the things I get to experience aside from playing basketball. That you know, just bring it all full circle. So.
Yeah.
What's like your backgrounds? Like, where did it all start, basketball, for you both? Like, when was the like the first time you both picked up a ball? Like, how did it all happen? Like your beginnings to now. What
who
brought
would
you
go
here?
first, you or me?
I'll go first. I think it's funny because I think our journeys are a little different. So I was a very late bloomer. So I had always like played basketball on the street, but I didn't start playing organized basketball until I was 17. So I was really, really late.
That's crazy to me, bro.
And you, what, you always played, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my brother put the ball at my baby crib when I was 2 years old.
See?
And from there, man, my brother was a hooper, like more like in the street ball scene, but like hoop for real. So we was always outside together, just playing, and he was always giving me stuff to do, stuff to work on. Then I started going to basketball camps, but I didn't start playing organized until like 7th grade.
Yeah.
So not until I was like 12 or 13. I was just telling him before we got here, like I used to be a big man.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for me.
I was tall, lanky. I was taller than everybody else, more athletic than everybody else. So I used to just block shots, rebound, finish above the rim.
So
Crazy.
wild
Couldn't
to
shoot.
think
Couldn't shoot worth a damn. Couldn't shoot worth a damn. I can say that word, right?
You can say whatever you want. It's uncensored.
Okay,
it's
bet.
not. It's not.
You know
You
what I'm
can
saying?
chill
Now
out.
you
You
just
can do
said-
whatever you
you
want.
just said
Yeah, you
something,
can just be yourself. It doesn't matter.
You feel me?
I don't work for anyone, so it's all good.
But no, yeah. So I couldn't shoot worth a damn, bro. And so after that, I learned how to shoot because I knew I was gonna have to be a guard because I stopped growing. I ain't funny back there. But yeah, I stopped growing, so I had to learn how to be more of a guard, shoot the ball, and from there it was just a wrap. Shout out my trainer, Phil Argento Jr., because when he showed me, it was sessions where we just spend an hour without even like me really shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Like just getting the ball, taking one dribble, and just getting into the shooting pocket like for an hour. And you're like, dog, I ain't even shoot the ball yet. And those little things just helped propel me to where I am now. So, yeah, obviously then I went to St. Ignatius High School, played a good level of basketball there for high school, and then went to college, St. Francis University. Division I, but it's not Division I no more, man.
I heard about that.
If y'all
dude.
listening to this, man, why y'all
Explain
break
what
my
they're
heart
doing.
like that?
Explain what.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna ask what. Yeah.
they
What's
were
going on?
they were Division I. They just made it to the tournament, but now the school is petitioning for it to go to D3.
No, they're going to go D3.
They're going to go
100%.
D3, and that's a huge
drop off.
Yeah, why is that happening?
Because of the NIL scene. The NIL, I assume that a lot of smaller Division I schools will go and follow this route, just because. Fair enough, I do understand that it's tough when you don't have a lot of money, a lot of backing.
As far as competing with like other schools.
Yeah. There's no way for you to really compete with that. At the same time, it's like if there's a way for us to try, I mean, I can see if we tanked. If we tanked and we was like, all right, y'all winning 3 games every year, we gonna scrap it. I understand that. But we just made it to the tournament, man.
Yeah.
Dog, like we fought and scratch and claw to try to get there, and we had some really good teams when I was there. Made it to the championship twice in 4 years when I was there. I don't get it.
So something similar is happening to my school too.
Really?
So my school, actually even worse. So Sonoma State is where I went to junior college first, and then I got a scholarship. My only scholarship offer was to Sonoma State, and so that's a Division II school, like an hour north of San Francisco. And so they effectively this year are trying to scrap the entire athletics department.
I remember you saying
Why?
The entire, and so it's I'm not too tapped in on it. It's about enrollment going down after COVID. So as soon as COVID hit, enrollment went down, and basically they're trying to scrap athletics to save the school, basically from bankruptcy and stuff like that.
Wow.
But like, you have to think especially for small schools, like what is the school spirit of having an athletics program, and then taking away like just from people who committed somewhere for 4 years or 2 years or 3 years to say, hey, right now in 6 months you will not have an athletics place to go to. Like, that's a huge hit and changes a whole lot of lives, including faculty, including coaching staff. It just changed a whole lot of lives. So unfortunate stuff going on right now.
That's crazy. I signed that petition, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
thank you. Shot, man. My dog.
Anytime,
Yeah.
it's all
My
good.
dog, dog.
Oh, no, we got it's this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? My dog. My dog.
Yeah, and I was reading like the comments and stuff because I wanted to know more about it, and I saw like so many like ex-players that went there, which is same as you, so disappointed.
Everybody's
like, it's
pissed.
changing, and like again, like just watching like the highlights because I've done like my research on you both.
Yeah.
Like they played at a good level, it's like good, and you can see like it provides new opportunities for people. And I think it's a bit crazy, and like sometimes it's like lifetime experiences, because I saw like go into it, but you play against Duke and stuff like this, and like those are lifetime memories you'll have forever. So it's like to take that away from people as well, it can be a bit disheartening, like you said, like people might go there because it's a smaller,
Very
smaller one.
small.
Yeah, so
Very
it's like if you
small.
get the chance to go there and you get the chance to go, these opportunities can change your life. Like for you now, you're here in Australia and it gives you a perspective on things. And like maybe if it's a smaller level, you just don't go as far. You don't play these big teams.
Wait, we're not just gonna skip over that. How was playing against Duke? Like, you need to talk about that.
Oh, man.
How was that?
That was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
It was sold out in that joint.
I don't know if it's sold out, but it was. Cameron is such
10,000, 10,000, 15?
something like that,
Mhm.
but it's such a small like gym, like it's a box.
Yeah.
So like it's so many people there that it feel like everybody's just on top of you, and they just do crazy things, bro. They're insane.
Talk about some of that. You told me a little bit
I've
about
seen.
like,
I've been watching it.
fans over there are crazy.
Fans are nuts.
Yeah.
So they found out who my twin sister was, and was asking me. So I inbounded the ball, and they was like, "Oh, how's your sister Andrea doing?" And I'm like, "What the?"
Nah, man.
I'm like, "What?"
Nah.
Like, bro, they crazy over there, dog. They crazy.
Nah.
One of dude that I ain't gonna say nobody's name, got expelled from our school. He cause he did something, whatever. They had his mugshot in the crowd.
Oh wow!
Had his mugshot in the crowd, like, just holding it
Come
up
on, man.
like these. I'm like, these people are crazy. And then they do stuff like when you shooting a free throw.
Yeah.
It's like they so loud during the game that they shut up.
Yeah.
They'll shut up, and then while you shooting the free throw, so as soon as you
Yeah.
about to release the ball, they go
Yeah.
and it's crazy, bro. You got to be like really focused.
Yeah.
Shout outs because I ain't missed no free throws, but
Right.
man, it's a crazy experience, dog. And then
that's
obviously during that game, I got to speak to Coach K,
Yeah.
and I don't get starstruck a lot. I don't, because everybody's a human being.
Yeah.
I'm not someone that's going to be like, oh, yeah, they bigger than me or nothing like that. But I respect them a lot. But when I seen Coach K, how people say, like, with Michael Jordan, they see
people
Black
have,
Jesus
you have
or
a glow.
something.
Like, they have a glow.
He got
around
an
them.
aura to him, dog.
Nah, man.
I was like, bro, it's Coach K.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't know the game I was about to have or not. I just
Yeah.
played. And I had 13 points. It was probably 3 for 10 from the field. But before that, I was shooting like 60% from 3.
Yeah.
So I was leading the country in 3-point percentage. And he came up to me and shook my hand after the game. I was like, yeah, every time you shoot, I don't think you're going to miss. Like, you just don't miss. And I'm like, man, I appreciate you for saying that, man. But I'm like, in the moment, I'm like, yo, my hand's shaking. Like these after my hand's shaking. I'm like, dog, it's Coach K.
Yeah.
So then I see Nolan Smith, I seen Quinn Cook in there and all on the line, bro. I said, yo, this is nuts. Y'all get to, nah. So I went in the locker room and we lost. But I ain't gonna lie, I was up there like, I was like, yo, I just talked to Coach K, bro. My life is made, dog. I'm cool.
Is there moments, like we talk about it all the time, like moments that give you confidence, like what can seem as like small moments in our careers, but are like big, like that stuff that like it's intangible, that gives you a certain energy about yourself, or like it makes you walk a certain type of way? Was that one of them, you think?
For sure. Yeah. After that, I was, man, because before I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just shooting the crap out the ball, and my coach was in. I remember we was doing this drill in practice. He was like, nobody gets to shoot contested threes but that man, because he's shooting 65% from three. He's the only one that can shoot the ball like that. And I was like, I'm coming from being a walk-on.
Was that after that game? Or
no, it was before.
Before the game,
Yep. Okay. And then the game before that, I was at Stony Brook, and I had eight threes that game.
Wow.
8 threes that game. I think I was 8 for 10, something crazy like that.
That's crazy.
I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I come from being a walk-on. I'm just trying to earn my way. Yeah. And when Coach K said that, I said, it's going up. Yeah. So it's a clip, actually, like in one of the games we played against Sacred Heart, bro. I was doing some stuff, dog, where I would catch it in transition, and I'd catch, you know how people take a dribble to step back. I didn't dribble. I caught it, and if he's running on the side of me, I caught it, stepped back in stride, landed on 2 faded, holding my follow through. You know how they bounce on the leg? And I'm looking at the crowd like, I'm like, bro, it's different. But it's those moments, bro. What would you say is a moment for you?
Yeah, I think. So again, I didn't have the opportunity to play against Duke. All right, but again, it's about moments. You know, those moments that give you confidence, that give you a little bit of edge about yourself. In college, I was a big role player. It was screen and rebound and roll, and that's it. Don't ever think about shooting a three. Don't ever think about taking more than 2 dribbles on a fast break. Like there were people who were better than me, and I just had to get on the court. And we talk about that a ton, just doing whatever you have to do to get on the court. There was a game against San Francisco State. We were at home, and it was the second half. We were struggling a little bit, and I remember me and my coach, we had a different type of relationship. Shout out Coach Viscaldo. We were up and we were down, and I think we talk about using things as fuel. And so I might have had some feelings toward him at that time, and instead of lashing out with those feelings, I just internalized them and said, okay, I'm gonna play angry in spite, like in spite of this. And their guard was coming off a handoff, and he gave a lazy pass, and I jumped the lane, and I went coast to coast, and I cocked it back. And if you look at the bench, it's so funny. That's how you know that I had never done anything like that in practice or in a game before. The bench was going.
I think I saw that clip. Yeah.
The bench was going nuts. Players were jumping in. Like assistant coaches had a big reaction too. And just as I look back, like that was a moment for me. That was like, I am capable of being the player who I think I am. I didn't think I was capable of doing something like that, but once I stopped thinking and overthinking and maybe putting a limit on myself, that's when like instincts came out and just natural things like that happened.
Yeah, so, you're able to like play more freely type of thing.
Yeah. I remember that a huge moment for me. It's so funny. It was just 2 points. We ended up losing that game, but just mentally and internally, that was huge for me. Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think that it's just huge stuff like that. My moment was just on the court playing with just 2 of my friends. I did one little school move and that was it. That's my only moment. I never played at the level you guys played. But as long as I can beat my friends, I don't mind. That's my only moment. I don't mind at all. Yeah. That's why you two got to teach me some stuff, especially for shooting. Because you shoot differently to everyone else, right? We did again, that I'm still editing it out of basketball, but you shoot like with these 3, was it you said?
Yeah.
Like Dirk, yeah. Because the first game I watched you both play was against the Comets, and it was it 8 out of 10? It was
8 or 9.
8 of 9, that was it, yeah. It should have been 9
for 10. His foot was on the line?
Yeah. Should have been 9 for 10.
Yeah, it's the first game I watched and I thought, this is crazy. Like every single shot you're taking, no matter where it was, in. It was insane. I never seen that before. Anyone?
Yeah, but it's just cool because like the basketball, bro, it just shows you so much more than it's just more than just a game. It's about your life. Like think about how basketball, those little moments that you've gone through, moments I've gone through, moments you've gone through, even with two of your friends, how they build confidence, not only in the game but in life. I don't know if you peep, but like you have a moment like that, you start moving different.
Yeah.
In life, you start talking different. You start dressing different. You start feeling different. You know, you might get a haircut like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I got it. I got it today. You know, when you ain't have it before, you ain't had a sauce, you ain't had an aura.
Yeah.
But those little moments in life, especially in basketball, because that's our profession, that's our job, is like it means a lot, bro. With everything, building relationships, having people that actually care to point out those moments, bro. Like. Real big confidence boost overall too, because I remember, in college when I had that game against Duke, and everybody and their mama was talking about it. I was like, I went from some little not shy, but I'm just chilling to, you know what I'm saying? I started putting on different fits. Start wearing my little jean jackets. I started wearing my little leather jackets. You feel
this
me?
man loves the jean jackets.
Love my jean jackets, man. Jean jackets are a must. Are a must.
So I remember I was watching it. Your coach catch you in his press conference speaking about you.
Tell the
so
truth,
what was that actually like? Because that must have been, when I was watching it, I felt like, wow, this is crazy. For you, it's like for you personally, that must have been amazing.
Yeah,
and when did you see it? Did you see it like after the game? Did somebody send it to you? Like,
my brother.
Describe what. Yeah.
So my brother watch every game too. Like I'm talking about my biggest fans, my mama and my brother, and my twin sister. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to them. Yeah.
But my brother was the one that like really introduced me to the game and really was like pushing me my whole life. So he watched all the games and the post game conference interviews and all that, and he would send me all those clips.
Yeah.
So if you look on YouTube, it's like he posts a whole bunch of clips from me in college,
I've seen them
like
all,
that. Yeah. So he'd just send it to me, and he'd be like, "Salute, bro." And I'm like, man, like it didn't even feel real, because a lot of times in my life and my career, I've had moments where I felt like I was doing something really, really good, really dope, and it was supposed to build my confidence, but I always had people like take it away from me for whatever reason. I would do very well, and then something just in somebody's spirit just say, oh no, we gotta humble him. And it's like, why? So it's like even in those moments when that happened, I felt really good about myself, but I was like, but I can't get too high right now.
It's a quote I heard Kanye said it a while back. He talked about like how being humble can be a bad thing, and like people tell you to be humble, and what they really mean is like to make yourself small, and just like the people who really accomplish things, having to have a sense of arrogance, I don't know if it's the right word, but just a sense of like pride within yourself that like you are worthy of good things and you are a talented person. And so sometimes when the wrong people tell you to be humble, like it's to make yourself smaller, when it's like if you're gonna be great at doing anything, or especially doing something competitive like this, like being humble, you have to be careful with that word.
Yeah, and that's why I say, we talk about it all the time, bro. Like that's why I give you so much respect on your journey, because first of all, starting off at 17 is wild. And to be in Australia right now, dog, that's crazy, dog. And you're a 6-year pro.
Yeah, talk about it, man.
That's crazy, bro.
No, that's good.
This thing, man.
That's nuts.
I don't, and with all due respect, I know that many people throughout my journey, I wasn't the best person, so I played half a year of high school, and play is a stretch. Like I was there, I was on the bench, but didn't start, like was barely. But even on my junior college team or at Sonoma State, like wasn't the best player, wasn't the second best player, wasn't the third best player. Like there wasn't a lot of people who would have said he's gonna go and get paid to play basketball for sure. So like, to have an edge about you, and that's something that I had to work on. Is like going from maybe knowing that I wasn't the best and knowing that I needed a lot of work to now feeling like I'm where I'm at and I've earned it. I've earned every bit.
But I would ask you, why did you decide to go this route? Was it just to be like different? Was it to be like, like a big you to everybody?
A bit of it, if I'm being honest, there's a little bit of it.
Talk about it, though.
We talk about like everybody pulls their sense of motivation from somewhere. Like I have a notebook that I've had since junior college.
He's a psychopath, by the way.
Listen, we'll talk.
He's crazy.
We need to dig into this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talk about right now.
You're not just gonna brush over that.
It kind of it's a good segue. I have a notebook, and in that notebook, I have word for word quotes that people throughout my journey have said about me. Whether that's that I wouldn't reach these heights, or I wouldn't hit these goals, and every now and then when I need some more extra motivation, I go to that and I look at stuff like that. And so, yeah, I mean, a little bit of it was like a fuck you to people, but I learned maybe a couple years in that it's less about proving other people wrong and more about proving myself right.
Woo!
And more about don't guess.
That's a bar.
I like that. That's good.
But yeah,
Maybe doing a poetry slam.
just more about proving myself right. And you know, it's about how I feel about myself and about if I can reach the heights that I want to instead of making it about other people.
Facts, for sure. I mean, I would say that's the same thing about me.
Yeah.
Like, I started this journey just because I was like, y'all don't think I will.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do it. See what we talking about.
Yeah.
So like I remember my first time going overseas to Albania.
Mm-hmm.
I made 250 euros a month.
Yeah, that's.
And I was just like,
crazy.
It's crazy because of how much I love basketball. I didn't even think about that. I was just like, I'm about to go hoop.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? I'm about to be a pro, you know?
Explain how you got there. Like, what was that? Was that your first time in Europe, or did you go anywhere?
No, so shout out to St. Francis again, man, because
y'all went places.
We
That's
went
that
to
D1 life. All right,
hey,
go ahead. My bad.
It's
My
a
fault.
fact.
My fault.
But we went to Italy as a team for about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Changed my life.
Yeah.
As soon as we landed in Italy, and that was my first time like on a flight ever. I was like,
Your first flight was to Italy.
Wow,
That's
that's a
like-
pretty cool first flight.
Thinking about that, that's.
I was like, yep, this is for me.
Yeah.
This is for me. The air was different. The people was different.
People speaking
Women was
different.
different. You know what I'm
Can you
saying?
say that last part?
What?
All right, my fault.
But boy,
No,
I got off that
no.
flight, dog. Woo! Man, I was like, yeah, this is for me.
Whereabouts in
100%.
Italy was it that you went? Where you flew to? Can you remember where it was?
What, Italy?
Yeah, whereabouts you flew to?
Rome,
It's around
Venice,
D1
Florence.
Y'all got it.
Man, so like it's just epic times, bro. Epic times, man. So once that happened, I was like, I have to go play overseas because we played against some pro teams over there too.
Yep.
It's like and I coming from America, bro, playing Division I. If we playing against these teams, I'm like, man, I'm about to let no Italian dude beat me.
There's a
We about to fry y'all. Like, and if we fry y'all, that mean I could come over here and fry y'all for money. Oh yeah, I'm about to go play overseas.
That's what we talk about. Like Americans having a different mindset when we view different people. We naturally we look at people and we like size them up. Like that's just I think that's part of being American.
That's just a part of the game.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
That's what a lot of people overseas don't understand because we go to the park and do that.
Yeah.
We go to the park somewhere in America right now.
Yeah.
And we seen 5'5" white dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you getting attacked every time.
Yeah.
Every time, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, he can't guard me. Give me that. And we're destroying him every time.
Yeah.
If you a 7-foot dude that can't move, we're attacking you every time.
Yeah.
But then you come over here, it's more move it, swing it, move it. You be like, but I got the mismatch right now. What?
Yeah.
I'm not about to sit up here and let him just guard me.
Yeah.
Was that a hard transition? I was going to ask you both. Like, come from America to playing like even the European or Australian style of basketball. Was that something you had to difficult for you to adapt to when you first came here?
I don't know if I processed it like that. For me, again, we'll get back to you as far as like what Albania was like for you, but my story of getting to Australia, it happened so fast that I wasn't like thinking about playing styles or any of that. I was just in it. I was just in it and in the wave of everything. So it's a long story, but to make a long story short, after college, I didn't hear anything. I wasn't an all-conference guy. I was not like a double-digit scoring guy. It wasn't like that. So that's what people don't understand is they see the result maybe now and they think that if I could do it anybody could do it because I wasn't the first or the second best player on my team. And so after college, I went to Vegas and I played in 2 tournaments, which is what a lot of unsigned seniors do. They play in tournaments in order to get scouted by scouts from overseas and agents from there and stuff like that. I remember there was probably 200 people in the gym in each of the camps, so 400 guys in each camp, 8 courts going on, and a lot of guys, just a ton of guys. Some guys from big names. I think Tyler Eulis was at one of the camps. He played at Kentucky, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So guys from all over the country, unsigned seniors who are all looking to go play. I was okay. I wasn't great, so I didn't want to go back to school, but I needed to be around basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to stay in shape and things like that. So my coach at the time allowed me to come back and be a graduate assistant there. So I was a GA which is weird. I was a GA for a team that I was just a part of. So I was on the coaching staff for guys who I just played with. So they had to call me coach, and it was a weird. It was a weird dynamic.
Weird.
Yeah, it was a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that time, I remember I was working at UPS at 3 in the morning until 9 in the morning and going to coaches' meetings. And I had to start a master's program. So if you're a graduate assistant, you have to be in school. And I still hated school. And so I was in school. So I had a crazy schedule for about 6 months. And it was a grind, man. But in January of that year, a team in Australia emailed 40 schools on the West Coast, some D1, some D2, and my head coach received it. He sent it to me. I looked at it. They were looking for a tryout guy who was my size and about my skill set. I sent back my film and my resume, and they responded hey, if you want to pay your own way and come out here, you can do that. And they had a guy there already who he was good on the court. He wasn't really working out for them, and so I paid my own way first time out of the country for a tryout, which is that's for a maybe. And I remember it was yesterday. Got there, landed, met coach. Next day went to practice, warmed up, and then we played 2-on-2 full court and 1-on-1 full court. And essentially it was whoever wins, you get to stay. You get to keep the contract. That's kind of how it was. So it wasn't an agent. It wasn't a big-time coach giving me a big-time reference. It was having to go take something. And that's all my career, and that's all my life has been about. If you want something, it won't be handed to you. You're not fortunate in that way, so you're going to have to go take it. And so that's how I started my career, which is... It's a vast difference from maybe what people see now, and so. But as far as playing styles and learning, I remember all that stuff happened in fast, and everything was happening so fast. Yeah. Didn't have time to even process how to play or what I'm doing. It was just you got your opportunity, so produce.
Just gotta take it.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy story.
That's insane.
Wow. Yeah. Albania for you was different, or?
I mean,
as you were coming out of college, did you have an agent? What was that process like?
Yeah, I mean, that's why, I say, with this school going Division III, it's you don't understand the impact that you're having on everybody because I went Division I, and I had great shooting performances and all that. I was able to have agents hit me up. Yeah. I didn't search for an agent; they searched for me. I had 4 agents hit me up after college, and I didn't even have I had a decent career, but no, I'm not no 3-star, no nothing. Yeah. I had a good career. So, they found me, and then ended up signing with my an agent right after school, and couldn't find nothing after a while because I'm a 6'1" shooting guard that like to shoot the ball, so I'm not I wasn't really a point guard or nothing like that. I had to really develop being a combo guard overseas. And so they just found me, and it was I literally just did a basketball camp. So I was just doing stuff to try to make money. I was DoorDashing every day.
Yep. I know about the DoorDash.
Yeah, we used to talk about that before.
I know about the dash.
I was on that DoorDash. I was just I was man, what is my life, bruh?
Just trying to figure it out.
Man, because my last college game only played 5 minutes against Indiana. And I'm just
Is it in playoffs or?
It was a postseason tournament.
Postseason, yeah.
So I was just like, man, I remember crying on the bus. So I'm like, my career is over, man. Like, this is a wrap.
How long ago was that?
That was 2019.
Okay, yeah.
Like, that's a wrap, bro. But then I just finished a little basketball camp. Was on my way home. I'll never forget this moment. Was on my way home, and walking to my apartment. It was gray outside, you know, but it was a cool little, it's nice little fall weather. Agent called me and said, "Hey Dre, I got an opportunity for you to go and play in Albania."
Nice.
Now it's not a lot of money. You're gonna be going in the middle of the season and stuff, but it's a good way for you to start your career. You're gonna be making like 250 euros a month. I'm like, bet. I've been at the crib too long. Take me out, please. Let me go. And so I just took it and ran with it, man. And Albania was nuts, man. But it's crazy to hear stories like that where, like, for me it was a little, I don't want to say easier, but it was a little easier. You had to literally get up and go fly somewhere. Not even just fly somewhere, to Australia of all places, for a maybe. Yeah. When we say, like, there are people that are not going to do that, how many? What percentage would you say would do that? I'd say 1% of people would do, if not less.
There's just I think
nobody else is doing that, bro.
Even more, I think there's just a ton of people who don't realize that, like, it happens like that. Like, if you're not coming from a big school, or if you don't have big accolades, and again, I've realized over my career, like, how blessed I am to be 6'7", because being an undersized guard, there is, as we were talking about the camps that I went to, out of the 200 people in the gym, probably 180 of them were under 6'4", and it's like, how do you be different? Like, besides, like, if you're just a guard, like, it was so hard for those guards in those camps, because it's like everybody's trying to get looked at. So what do? Everybody's trying to score, and if you're a little guard, like, you want to show that you can shoot the three and you can score, and it's like, how do you be different out of 180 people if you're smaller like that? And so, like, that's why I just realized that being 6'7", like, I have it easier in theory, you know, as long as I play hard. If I finish above 50% of my shots, if I block a couple shots, in essence, I can get a look somewhere. Now, what I do with that look and what I do with that opportunity, that's up to me. You know what I mean? But just understanding that, like, I'm 6'7", so, like, I don't take it for granted at all. I still work my ass off, of course, but just understanding, again, it's all perspective, right? Like, it's all, I mean, I went to Australia for a maybe. He had to go to Albania. They don't speak English there. You know, you don't know anybody in Albania, you know?
Like, what was that like? The language barrier.
I loved
especially
it,
for the plays or trying to play the game. What do you just do?
I love stuff like that, bro.
See, but, like, that right there, that mindset of loving being uncomfortable, that's a skill in itself. Like, saying, okay, I'm going to be a little bit uncomfortable right now, but I'm okay with it. Like, adversity breeds progress. So, like, knowing that there's uncomfortable times ahead and looking forward to it, I think that's a sign of a person who's going to find themselves very far along.
It's getting to know you both. I think you both got that mindset, like 100%. Like you were telling me, a little off topic, but was it both of you ran on the run club or something? You, like, ran to
Psycho.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you ran to Bondi or something, and then, like, I can
stories, dog.
What is this? Someone
so what's the question? All right.
Tell me the story, because you told me, but you never told me the version of it.
So look, bro.
So hold on, I'll start first. All right.
There's always two versions.
So we're talking about, and I'll tell a different story. So we're talking about the first time I knew that I was dealing with the psychopath here. All right. There's a couple times, like, in game and off the court, that I realized that I was dealing with a different type of person. I think my first one, I mean, there's so many I could pull from here, but me and Andre's first workout here as soon as, so we got here preseason, and we were talking before the season about getting in the gym, about getting a feel for each other and stuff like that. And in our first workout, he might have been a day or two off the plane. As we were shooting and as I was rebounding for him, just realizing that, like, these shots weren't hitting the rim. Like, they were barely touching the net, and it was like very consistent, and it was like 10 for 10, 10 for 10, 8 for 10, 9 for 10, 10 for 10, 10 for 10. And like, where I've been around players who get happy and they get excited about things, like he wasn't saying anything. He wasn't reacting. He wasn't excited. He wasn't pumping himself up. This is when I began to know that, all right, this is a player who, one, expects a lot of himself and is used to performing at a high level, but two, he's also a psychopath, for sure, 100%.
If that's the story he's telling,
that's the nice
yeah.
one. There's some uncensored stuff
look,
that I'm not going to tell on these cameras are up here. I'm
When they're off, you can tell me.
There's some uncensored stuff.
Can you tell the running one?
Okay.
All right, so
What is
look,
that
this how I knew he was sick, man.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not
first
sick.
of all, I'm gonna tell this before I get to that second part.
Don't
Normally,
lie.
when you sign somewhere, very important notice, like, you just kind of meet up when you do, for real. Like, you ain't about to sit up there. Like, this dude, I was in Port McCrory. I was working out, trying to keep myself in shape, coming off of like a groin tear and stuff like that. Once he found out I was signed, he said, "Yo, we gonna get on a FaceTime. We gonna talk about the season and stuff. Cool?" I said,
if I could just speak to that just for a minute, all right, because that also ties into like chemistry and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You know, I think me and you both being in our primes, like, I realized, especially as a big, and knew that my import's going to be a guard. Our relationship on the court will find more success the closer we are. So it's not about manufacturing a friendship, but definitely trying to reach out and be on a good page early on, so that, okay, if I get to know him better and he gets to know me better and he trusts me more and I trust him more, our chemistry on the court will be at such a level that it'll show results from that.
Yeah. And it worked. I mean, because like it really was like, I was like, man.
You're talking about that Comets game when he went 8 for 9.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take all the credit. He made the shots, but some of those shots were open because of whether it's me running the floor or me drawing attention and like finding him. But all that is like chemistry stuff that we talk about, like stuff that's built early on. And like, you know, he knew where I was going to be on the court, or teammates knew how we interacted with each other, and were able to read plays based off that.
Yeah, and it's like stuff we like literally worked on together. Like when I first got off the flight, like he'd be like, "Yo, I'm gonna just run the floor," and you just throw it up the floor. So it's clips that we have, just me just firing the ball, take one dribble, fire it up the court, because I knew he was just gonna run. He's gonna be the first one down the floor every time. Just working on stuff like that, man, was that built that chemistry. So when I heard him talking about that, I'm like, man, I gotta be all the way right when I get there. I can't be slacking, nothing. I thought I was in good shape too.
Yeah.
And then we had so this is how I play another story.
Okay.
So I thought I was in good shape. I was lifting, I'm running at the crib, all that. But then I got here, and I guess the heat was just affecting me or something. I don't know. The heat was affecting me for some reason. So after this one practice, I was getting fried. This whole practice, I'm like, they about to send me home. How bad it looked.
I remember this practice.
They about to send me home.
He was looking bad, yo.
Yeah.
My
It's
boy,
all right, though. It
my
was
boy
early.
Boovie.
It was
Shout out
early.
to my boy Boovie. My boy Boovie dropped me that practice. I like failed, and he scored, I think, too. I was like, yeah, they about to send me home.
Yeah.
But they would just be like, hey, come on, man, we about to go run these sprints right after practice, bro. Get your wind up. And I'm like, man, I don't even want to do it because I feel like I'm in shape. I was in shape. I don't know what happened. But him doing that with me was like, it built up my confidence. It built up like, okay, he didn't give up on me or nothing like that. He still believed in it. And I'm a psychopath in the sense that I'm not about to just lay down for nobody. So I've been in situations in Albania where my coach threatened to send me home 3 times. 3 times. We send all the Americans home. You know, 3 times. And I'm like, I'll be damned if you gonna send me home. Yeah. Nah, I done came too far. When my back is against the wall, that's when that dog really come out. You know, so.
And I think that comes from being a walk-on and like loving to face adversity. Like when a challenge is presented, we talked about it on the way here. There's a difference between like, okay, you think you're going 100%, but then you get challenged And it's like now that brings that 110 out of you, or that 120 out of you, or that little extra juice that you need sometimes.
It's fight or flight.
Yeah.
You either gonna fight or you gonna die.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. So I was running pretty much every day, 2 miles a day, getting my wind up. But it was after a practice. It was the following week. We had a practice on Tuesday. And he was like, yeah, I think I'm about to go hit up the Sydney Run Club or something. I said, oh, okay, that's cool, man. I want to do something like that. I'm thinking he talking about on the off days. We ain't, it's during the middle of the day or something. So we had just finished practice. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go to the Run Club. I said, okay, what time to the Run Club? I'm probably pull up too. He said, it's at 5 in the morning. I said 5 in the morning.
This is on a Friday. After we just practiced late on a Thursday.
Late on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Man, he was like, yeah, it's at 5 in the morning, so we gotta leave here at this time to get on the train, to get on the bus, to catch this and catch that. He already knew what he was doing. I didn't know I ain't never catch no bus or train out here.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. Man, we got up. I got up. I tried to take like a 4-hour sleep to get up and be ready for it. This dude did not go to sleep. He did not go to sleep at all, bro. He did not. And then we got up in the morning. He full of energy. He out the door. He walking fast. When people tall, bro, they be looking like they walking slow, but they
yeah, that's true.
The length of their legs, they be moving. So I'm like, dang, bro, it's too early for you to be walking this fast, dog. So we got on the train. We got to the train, right? Got off the train. Was trying to catch a bus, but we almost missed it, dog. We was just talking about this the other day. We almost missed this bus, dog. So they was looking. He was like, yo, I think that's the train. That's the train. That's the bus. That's the bus. That's the bus. And I'm like, oh, I'm thinking in my mind, oh, it's over there. He said, no, we gonna catch that bus. He said, ooh, start taking off. So I start taking off trying to catch the bus too. I'm like, nah, bro, we just caught the bus. Like before they took off full speed, we just caught it. We smacking on the door for them to let us in.
Oh, wow.
And they let us in and we got off and did the Run Club and it was cool, man. But it's just moments like that, bro. Like if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have did that. I would not have done it. Now just because of who he is, he changed my mindset of what my work ethic really is. What am I actually willing to sacrifice? I mean, even during the season last year, he'd get up at 6 in the morning. It's like, I'm gonna go to the gym at 6 in the morning. I'm like, bro, it's like that Carmelo clip. He like, when we talking about Kobe in the gym at 6 in the morning, he's like, I'm about to be here at 6 in the morning. I'm about to be in here at 9. Like, let me sleep in. That's what I'm thinking. He like, no, I'm about to get up. And then he be like, he's a psychopath because he talked to himself a lot.
You don't gotta tell people that, man.
Bruh, tell you, bruh. 6 in the morning, though. I'm talking about 6 in the morning in the gym. Come on, Nay. Yeah, they ain't think you can make it, Nay. They ain't think you can do this. Yeah, Nay. And then he start doing stuff like playing defense on nobody.
Okay, look,
like,
that's too.
Oh, we got stories, bro. We gonna tell them.
Oh, this is good. I like this.
Sliding. And there's nobody there. And I'm looking like.
There is someone there.
In his mind, yeah, somebody there.
There is.
But I'm like. This motherfucker is different, bro. He's crazy, man. I'm like, sit up there form shooting. I'm up for their form shooting. He's running up and down the court. I was like, yeah, he's crazy.
Funny, so I've noticed that now about you. I've noticed every time we're around, you're always doing something. Like always,
bro. Always.
Or if I'm walking up to you, you're like, hey.
I don't know
crazy,
how to.
Man.
Listen, it's probably a percentage of it that's not very healthy. Okay, but
what percentage?
I don't listen, man. I don't know how to describe what basketball means to me. I don't know how to describe what as you know, like this ball has taken me places to where I don't have a lot of family who have been outside of their state, much less like the country, and who have seen the things that I've seen. And so like when it comes to like how I try to prepare, and especially being an effort guy, like I know that I am 6'7", and I'm long and I'm semi-athletic, but a lot of my game is like how hard I play. It's my effort and then just my discipline. And so like knowing that those are my skills, like that's what gets me over the line. I take it that seriously at times, and it probably leads to me looking a little crazy, but I mean, me and you can both speak to like not being afraid to look crazy, like not being afraid of. I think especially some of the younger generation probably have a thing about coming off just being too cool, and like I don't I shed that a long time ago to where like I know I'm gonna look crazy, like whether I'm in warm-ups or whether we're in practice or whether I'm talking to myself, like I'm very secure in myself now, where I don't know if I was very early on, but it's just as far as what it's gonna take for me to accomplish the things I want to accomplish. So.
I think that's getting older as well. Your mind changes when you're older. You just stop. You don't stop. You just stop caring about what people think. It's how you feel. Like, it might be like when you're younger, you buy certain clothes, right? You buy like the expensive white T-shirt, or whatever. When you get older, you're just like, I don't care. You can use it for other things. And like you said with your basketball stuff, like maybe when you're younger, you might have been more conscious. When you get older, you're like, I'm doing this for me. Like, I don't care what you think. Like, I'm gonna go up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna be doing weird stuff in the street with basketballs or whatever. But like, you're doing it to better yourself. And excuse me, when you get older, you just kind of stop caring so much what people think, and that's a great way to be. And like getting to know you guys, you're both so chilled, and like I think it shows on the court as well. Like your relationship off the court, you're like brothers. On the court, that translates. I'm watching you both like last season, and getting to know you both. You can see like big difference. Even that clip of you arguing with each other. That one.
Talk about that.
We can talk about that.
Talk about that clip and tell the people what you were saying.
I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I was mad because like.
Set the scene. It was a playoff game. So this was last year.
We had to win.
So this is.
Oh, that game. Was it? Okay. Was it Manly?
No, we're talking about against Aubrey coming out of the timeout.
Oh, there's been more. Okay.
That was Aubrey. That was Aubrey. Sorry.
There's multiple times. Okay, that was
the playoff game.
Aubrey coming out of the timeout. So Bankstown won 4 games last year. And last year, we were able to slide into the playoffs just barely. And so we're at an away playoff game against a high-ranked seed, against a big crowd. And I think this is in the third quarter, probably 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They just went on a run, and we're coming out of the timeout. And there's a clip of you cussing me out. And tell the people what you said.
I don't remember what I said.
You don't remember?
I just like I'm like, man, we gotta win this game.
No,
bro. Like
that's not true.
No, that's not what I said. That's in my mind. I don't remember. I'm telling you, I don't remember what I said.
Well, listen, there's children watching this, so I'm gonna keep the language.
You can keep it the PC, so you can swear.
I ain't say nothing OD to you.
You can read lips. I'm not gonna say it word for word on this pod. You can read lips.
I ain't say nothing OD to you.
But you were saying what you were saying, and when you look at the clip and you pull it up, like I was hearing everything he was saying, and I'm sure he was getting at me about just the urgency to win and about being in the right places at the right time. And if he felt like I was in the wrong, that's where just the chemistry comes back. Like you can look at that clip, that moment that happened in what that's gonna be August or. July. Right? It's going to be in July, but like that really starts in October of the previous year when we call and we start getting to know each other and we start talking about like hand placement. We start talking about chemistry, about okay, where does he like his shots? All right, how does he need me to screen? All right, where do I like to catch it on the run or on the roll? Or if I'm posting up, where does he need to slip to? Does he need to show me a hand here? And so, that clip comes up, and if you're immature, I think you see that as one person yelling at another, but I see that as like that's real love, that's real respect, and that's like holding somebody to a higher standard. There's a lot of trust when I look at that clip. So
because if you see how he responded, like anybody else, I'm like, man, like I ain't trying to really hear what you talk, whatever. Like you ain't about to sit up here and say this about me or whatever. I ain't saying nothing crazy, but
debatable.
At the same time, it's like he was like, okay, all right, cool, all right, and he just went out there and played. Like
it's also a body language though, right? Because people feed off that body language. Like you can have the message that you were saying, but you could have felt if I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like
then I would be
you
like,
can
okay,
feel
cool.
that. You can actually like that energy. You can feel that when someone is receiving what you're saying versus somebody who's just trying to shut you up and trying to move on to the next play. It's like I want him to know that I'm taking in what he's saying, so that, okay, it's like, okay, he hears me, he's gonna do this. All right, so now I can do this. Instead, maybe of being like, I just tried to deliver a message and it was waved off. So now I kind of can't rely on him maybe like I should. So now maybe if he's open, I know I should pass this, but I don't know where he's at mentally. So now maybe I shoot this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that stuff matters.
That's interesting. Like
All that
both your
stuff
mindsets.
matters.
It's good, like your friendship too. There's a friendship off the court that you have, and the respect that you have. You can both say it to each other. Maybe more one way than others, but yeah, you can both say it to each other if you want, and take it the right way. It's not. It's coming from a place of love and wanting to win.
Yeah.
You want to win. That's the whole point why you're playing. You know, you don't want to. You want to give your best, and then like after the game, if you lose, you can like done everything. Like I've given it more. Sometimes sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's great that you can, both do that to each other.
Yeah.
But like. Just quickly, because I know we've been, don't want to keep too much of your time, but do you have any inspirations growing up as well? Like when you're younger, like players in the NBA or whoever it is that you looked up to, or you try and style your game off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Terry Rozier was in Ohio.
I can see that.
Killing Terry Rozier, man. That was my dog. That was my GOAT. Like, seeing him in person, remember he was going against my high school when I was probably in the 7th grade or 8th grade. Me and my brother went to go watch him. Big fans of Terry, man. Like, seeing him be like an undersized guard, like a 6'1" combo guard, and kill people the way he did, he just snatched the hearts out of people, bro. He had the city lit. So it was like Terry Rozier, obviously LeBron. I grew up with LeBron. LeBron was like a god in Cleveland. Like literally, like the big "we are all witnesses" sign. Crazy, bro. People don't understand.
I be forgetting, like, you really grew up like around
Yes.
that. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
you
He was
Yeah.
like Superman, bro.
Yeah.
I swear on everything. He was when he put the headband on,
Oh.
and he flying through the boy.
Yes.
That was Superman. Not the meat muncher. Sorry, but I ain't no meat muncher.
Oh, my
You know what I'm
God.
saying? But LeBron was like that. So I would say LeBron. I would say my boy Francisco Santiago from St. Ignatius High School. He was my kind of my senior when I was a junior, maybe a sophomore, maybe. I can't remember, but he was older than me, and I just remember his work ethic, man. He wasn't the biggest. He's probably 6 feet tall too, very very skinny, but he was just tough mentally. Like, he was never gonna beat Cisco, and he's gonna give you work, defensively, offensively. He's gonna give you work, and just going in, working out with his uncle Angel. Shout out my coach Angel. He really took my game to a different level, because his workouts, man. Dang. His workouts was tough, like to the point people did not want to come back, because he had rules in the workouts. In his workouts, you couldn't touch your knees. If you touch your knees, like doing this, like when you're tired, everybody on the baseline.
Yeah.
If you can't get no water, you could not get water during his workouts, because he say water for the weak.
Yeah.
So you got water, everybody running. So like we sitting up there dead tired, and we going from rep to rep to rep, like full speed reps, bro. And I'm talking like dying sweat, is hot as hell in the gym. And just seeing Cisco would just eat those workouts like it was nothing. I say, this is what it's like to be a pro, because this don't affect him. Like, this just the level I need to be at. So I would say those are probably my three right there: LeBron, Terry, and Cisco.
Did you burn his jersey when you left and went to Miami?
You said what?
Did you burn LeBron's jersey when you left and went to
I
Miami?
was supporting him.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, everything I saw, everyone hated him. He was about his villain here.
LeBron had to, I ain't gonna segue, but think about the teams LeBron had to play with, bro.
People took to the final.
Do you know who Sasha Pavlovich is?
Yeah, but I don't remember. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to he's an NBA player. He's great, but come on now. Talk about compared to other rosters. People don't give him enough credit. Oh, he lost against the Spurs. What was he supposed to do? Like, just a one man game.
Don't get him started.
Segue. We can't talk about Bron, man.
But it's true. Like, the teams he dragged there, and he was like 20, 22, 21, 22.
But he lost. Jordan never lost.
Hey, don't get him started. You know.
Crazy, bro. But yeah, those. Who would you say?
Yeah.
Who's your
I think for me.
besides Kevin Garnett?
Hold on,
What?
wait.
My fault,
Don't disrespect.
dog. My fault.
Don't
My fault,
disrespect.
man.
Take
My
it
fault.
like that. No, I mean, I was wearing black Air Forces to the game every game last year. All the guys say that I have black Air Force energy.
That's
I don't know what that means, but
you know what that means. Everybody knows
it probably reflects in some. If you say my favorite players are people who I drew inspiration from, we're talking Kevin Garnett, we're talking Patrick Beverly, we're talking like Marcus Smart, we're talking Drew Holiday, like guys like that, and just I think that comes from like. Early in my career, it was just energy. I didn't have the IQ I have now. That's happened over time with experience, but it was just like what nobody I feel like could say about me was that I didn't care or that I didn't try. And so for a while in junior college, in university, it was just like raw. Just I'm gonna go out there and play as hard as I can. I don't necessarily understand everything, but you're gonna get everything out of me. And so. Now, understanding like the IQ that comes with those type of players, like those are also some of the higher IQ players. Like Patrick Beverly was in the league last year at 36 as a 6'3" guard who's not super offensively minded. So the IQ it takes to be like a value to a team, especially defensively at that level, at that age, like it takes. I think that's kind of the undervalued part or unseen part about these guys who are strictly like defensive players aside from KG is that like they don't score the ball as much, but like the IQ and the passion and the shape you have to be in to play like that every night against the best is like something that
he was a beast at the Timberwolves.
He was nasty.
He was amazing when he was
crazy, bro.
I remember watching him in that prime era, and he was just unstoppable. Yeah. He was like, was it Big Ticket? Was that his nickname?
Yeah. Is he the best power forward of all time, or is he better than Tim Duncan? We had a whole debate about this last year.
To me, Tim Duncan.
Gotta be Tim.
Yeah, come on.
The better system.
Yeah, true. Better player though.
We talked about this last year, bro. Don't get him.
We could be another out.
1 through 5.
Huh?
KG was guarding 1 through 5.
We're talking about Tim Duncan, bro. Tim Duncan. Do you remember what he did in his rookie year?
Great system.
Come on, bro.
So hold on. If they get drafted into,
I'm picking Tim Duncan. If that's what
Mr. Fundamental.
Ask. I'm picking Tim Duncan.
It's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great player.
Great player.
I shoot up the glass. That's why. That's where it comes from.
Yes, okay.
I respect him.
Right.
He's great.
Right.
KG's
was he a 5-time champion?
Yeah.
Great system.
5-time champion, yeah.
Getting drafted. The league is there's more. The league is about opportunity. When you.
Put Tim Duncan with the Spurs, 5-time champ. If they reverse roles.
KG, yeah.
Or Tim Duncan, KG with the Spurs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably 7.
Yeah, could have got more.
Oh my god.
Yo.
And this is a good last question. Who is your GOAT?
LeBron. Yeah, LeBron.
All time?
Yeah.
No, okay, now let me say this. There's a difference between the greatest and the best. I say the greatest of all time, honestly, is Michael Jordan, because without Michael Jordan, he created this whole pathway of money and marketability and the whole, like, putting the whole world on notice. Obviously started with Magic and Bird and people like Julius Erving, but Michael Jordan took it and ramped it up to where people got shoe deals, making their own shoes and stuff. So that's why I call Michael Jordan the greatest. But the best player of all time, it's not an argument. It's LeBron James, bro. It gotta be. Overall. Like, people,
that voice you do, you gotta stop, man.
Like, bro.
It's time for you to grow up.
Dog. It's time for other people to grow up. Because I'm tired of having this debate with people trying to say LeBron ain't the best of all time. He is.
I second that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I was just talking about
is Michael Jordan. Best. Yeah.
I was talking to my boy the other day. He was like, and LeBron's not a scorer. I said, bro, how can you say he's not a scorer? He's the all-time leading scorer. All time.
But then,
what? Are you kidding me? So, but LeBron's a passer. Great, because now he's like top 4 in the top 5.
You're a grown man. Stop the voice.
I don't get it.
It's passionate.
I understand.
It's passion.
Go ahead, bro.
But they changed the goalpost.
Sorry, I ain't 6'7".
They changed the goalpost though. Like he's
That's funny back then, huh?
He's the greatest scorer, but then they're like, oh no, he's not really a scorer. Then they change score like KD, or no, they have to score a certain way. They have to score a basket a certain way because the way he scores isn't as as pleasing on the eye. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, he just gets to the rim or whatever.
It's like
come on.
People, okay.
Come on.
All right, so what we're talking about is here people have a thing when players are bigger than other players that they think stuff is easier. He's 6'9", 250. He should be this, and that. But when Mike is flying through the air and floating the way that he was, compared to other people, it was more like, wow, he's doing that. I got one more question.
Go for it.
I think, who is the best player you've ever played against? / was there a moment that you played against somebody and you realized that it's levels to this thing?
Ooh,
I like that. That's good.
Junior Robinson. He's 5'5". Shout out to Junior Robinson. It's a dog, man. Like, I remember playing against him at Mount St. Mary's, and you wouldn't expect somebody like that small, bro. Like, he don't play like he's 5'5", bro.
5'5".
Yes. Like, mid-range was crazy. 3 points, step back, whoever it was, doesn't matter how tall he had, dude, 7 feet tall, didn't matter. Going to the basket, getting in your body like he's 6'7", bro. Like, and he's fast and athletic. He can do an East Bay. Like, it's crazy, bro. So that's when I was like, yeah, there's levels to this game, and he is not he is out of here. Yeah. Then you got people like when I played it against Duke, that was a big like eye opener. Yeah. Just in the sense of like how strong they were and how talented and skilled they were. I played against Grayson Allen and them. It's like just seeing that was a different level. Yeah. But my boy Devontae Harris at the crib too. He the only one and on earth that ever made me like turn in a circle. Like when I'm guarding him, he made me turn the full circle.
I don't see you turn too much. I don't see you get
in a circle, bro.
Around.
Like he did. I don't even remember what he did. That's how crazy it was what he did, bro. Like it was just a little pickup run, and just did something, came off a screen, did some look, and he's so unguardable because it's like it's certain players that you play against that you just have to live with something. Yeah. You got to live with something.
You can't take everything away. It's just about lowering percentages and
Yeah, like even if it's just like okay, disrupting somebody's rhythm, but it's hard to do that with him. Like you need a lot of length to guard him. So he was playing 1-on-1 one day, man. He beat me. He beat me like 21-6, 21-7. Okay. He fired me, dog.
Yeah.
I was years ago though, you know. So if you watching this, Devontae, bro, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so those are the dudes right there. I was just like, yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I got to get better now.
Everyone's got
I got to get better now.
So I for sure had that moment. This is coming off of my first year. We were in COVID. I had just met my trainer, who I train with currently whenever I'm back home. His name is Jared. We were working out. It was a group workout. It was a little early on. There was 2 guys in there. Aaron Hayes, who's played in Korea for a long time. I think he's the all-time leading scorer out there for an import. Okay. And then Shaquan Aaron, who was a McDonald's All-American, and he was at Louisville, and then he went to USC. And, you know, I just, yeah, man, it was just levels. And as we started to play ones, I remember probably for like 6 weeks, I didn't win a spot. I did not win a single spot of 3 dribbles going to 5 or going to 4. And, you know, bigger guards, both 6'7", both could put it on the floor, both super athletic. And, you know, coming from a guy who played 5 all throughout college, and now there's guys who are my height who are like really guards who can really put it on the floor, and like having to guard someone my size who has those abilities, it's like it just put in perspective that like there's levels. So no, but to my own credit though, like you go through those times, and like those times make you stronger. Like you need to have times where like you fail and like you get embarrassed, and then you go back, and then you get embarrassed a little bit less, and then you go back. You know, so you know, but yeah, for about 6 weeks I was not winning a spot. Shout out Q Nasty and Aaron, but you know, you start to learn from those moments, and you eventually get better because of them.
Yeah. That's how you develop your bag. It's just, you know, basketball life is art form. So imitation is how you get better. So you see somebody fry you with something, you take it and you do it and try to get better at it. And then it also show you how to not get fried by it next time. At least not as much. Yeah. Maybe I could lower the percentages a little bit.
But again, to a point that we talked about, like welcoming adversity. That there are some people who, when that adversity hits you, they go the other way. or their ego gets damaged, or their pride takes a hit. But I think the players who are resilient, they look forward to that adversity. It doesn't feel good all the time. Like it did not feel good.
Yeah, it's hard.
For sure, it did not feel good. But like knowing that, like, if I want to get better, these are players who, you know, you have to go through those times. So,
yeah. It's brought you to where you are now, right?
Yeah.
It's got you here.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Coming from where you come from
True.
to be here now. You got to go to a game in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
crazy.
sure.
It's crazy.
Well, speaking of which, bro, you know, I appreciate you for having us, man. This
Yeah,
is
thank
really
you,
dope
man.
to be able to come on and have conversation about a lot of things that don't get talked about, especially in your journey of being a professional athlete and trying to chase your dreams, man. I think what you do is awesome. It's amazing.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like I tell you all the time, it's bigger than what you're doing. It's the human being that you are. You really are a tremendous human being, bro. In the short amount of time that I've gotten to know you, and you like wrestling and stuff like I do.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it off camera. Yeah, wrestling, Dragon Ball Z, or Pokemon. Oh, yeah, I love all that stuff. Yeah.
So, man,
that
like,
helps.
You my dog for real, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your existence, man. I appreciate the platform that you have, and you giving us a chance to be a part of it.
No, I appreciate you both coming on, being the first guests, and honestly, it's been great to like get to know you both in the last coming up to a year or so. You know, like I've just started just on the sideline, just taking pictures of like you two and the players and stuff, and then thinking how it'd be so cool to like do stuff like this with you, get to know you off the court as well, which kind of just happened. Yeah, it's been great, and you're both like great people. Yeah, I appreciate your time, man. It's been fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the next chapter in your journey too.
Facts, for sure.
I'll be coming to the games, don't you worry.
For sure.
Well, that's that.
Stay tuned.
Episode 1 done.
Yeah.
We're done. You can relax now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep being annoying, because that's who I am. I'm gonna keep being annoying.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna keep being annoying now.